What's up YouTube? I'm back in the still standing garage, and today we're removing the window sweeps on the chrome strips for the doors. And the reason I'm replacing this because I have to take them off to get them polished, and at the same time I do want to replace them. They're not that busted. I've seen some that are really cracked. Like these are not that bad, like they move, they're pretty flexible. Some you touch like this and they start falling apart, but these have these pieces right here that are kind of worn out already. This part of it right here, same thing. But like I said, the top here is the part that's still okay, but I'm gonna take them off so I could send them to the polisher, and then I'll replace them with some new ones. Now, if you don't know where these pieces go, they actually go right here. I'll show you. So this is the donor door that's obviously painted, and then this one right here is the original door. The reason I didn't use this one is because it's pretty busted. So the way that this goes, let me try to see if I can do this with one hand without scratching the paint job over here. So these pieces go pretty much right here, like so. Hopefully it doesn't fall, but pretty much it goes on there and it completes the whole piece right here, makes it look real nice. So I do want to have those polished, make them look real clean. Now as for the rest of the pieces here, I'm gonna have to do those obviously on the car. I'm gonna have to find a way to clean those up real nice so that way they can match the newly polished trim. And the way that these are held on, I'll show you on the original door over here. They go inside, they obviously hug the door, and then there's some holes right there, and they line up to that right there. Took off the screws, obviously. I need to replace those. I really don't like the way those look, even though nobody's gonna see them, but they look pretty busted. So let's start removing the window sweep off of this chrome piece. And the way that these are held on to this chrome piece here is by some crimps right here. You can see that right there. They go throughout the whole piece. There's another one right here. And once I replace them with the new ones, I'll demonstrate how to put these back on right there. So the way you take these off is you start pulling at them. Start pulling at them real careful not to bend the piece that we're trying to keep. I am going to keep the old strips so that way I can match them up with the new ones. And let's start taking this off. Start pulling at it like that. Move the welding dead out of the way. See, we can take it off now. Flip it over. There's one more. And there it is. That's pretty much what it looks like. That piece right there. It's what crimps on there, and it keeps it on there. These aren't damaged at all, so it's not going to be that bad to repolish. Take these in, make them look real nice. Remove some of the scratching. So let me get the other one. Do the same thing to the other one. I have this one already removed from the car, and it's just been sitting in the car for a very long time. This is the passenger side. This one is cracked. You see that right there? That one is busted already. Right here too. So these are considered the outer sweeps. They have the inner sweeps too that go on the door panel. But those, I'm not there yet. So once I get to that point, I'll probably end up replacing those too, so that way everything's new. Because all the weather stripping on this car, I am replacing it. I already have it. Everything's brand new. So why not replace this and make it complete sealed? This one's actually ripped. You can see that right there. So let's remove this one. I send it to the polisher, there's another thing I have to do. I have to push in these or flatten these out right here where the crimps were for the rubber piece. So I have to flatten these out because once we put on the new ones, which I'll show you, they have to be flat or else there's going to be like a bump there and then it's not going to seal properly. All right, so I'm going to use the vise, the edge of the vise here. This vise is already falling apart, so hopefully it's able to last at least long enough to do this. So all I'm going to do is hammer it down to flatten those pieces out. Pretty much like that. Yo, that's flat right there. That's exactly what I want. And do the rest. This one I have to do on this side. And this one's ready to go. So there's 1, 2, and 3. So there's only a total of 3 on each. It's not bad. Alright, I got the new window felt kit in. These are from Repops. I actually ended up emailing them to give me the right part number for this Monte because this Monte does have the white trim on the door. I have the old one here and the new one side by side. Everything matches, all the holes match, everything matches. So everything's looking really good. This kit comes with everything you need to install it. So I have the bag of the screws here, and then it also comes with some staples there. So this kit does have the inner and outer window felts. I will put the part number on the screen if you guys need that. I got all the trim back from the polisher. As you can see here, they're all on standby. I'm gonna make another video on installing all this on the Monte. But here's the piece that I'm gonna be using right now to put on the new window felt. Look at that, look how clean that looks. That came out super clean. And this is what I meant when I said that this is the wide trim here. You can see how wide that is compared to the 79 over there. You see how thin that is over there. The window felt kits that they sell that are with the thin chrome on it, they actually come, the window felt comes with the chrome already on it. It took about 5 weeks to get these back from the polisher. The polisher that I took these to is called Ontario Metal Polishing in Ontario, California. Go ahead and Google them if you guys want to get something polished. He's a really cool guy. He did really good work. I'm really impressed with everything he did. So, like I said, I'm going to make a video on this when I install it on the Monte, so be on the lookout for that. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set this on the door. Like so. And then we're going to start putting it in here, matching all the holes. I'm going to focus on one at a time. Make sure that the chrome trim actually lines up with the holes. Pop it in through there just to make sure going through there pretty good. I'm not going to tighten it up. I'm just going to leave it on there loose so I could place the other ones, and then I'll tighten it up once everything's in there. And there it is. It's installed on the driver's side. This door is a donor door, so I did have to drill out the last hole over there to make everything match. I'm surprised that everything else was good. Just the last one over there, I had to drill it out. But other than that, it's looking really good. I think like these areas right here where it's a little bubbled up, once the window is on there and it's all pushed up against it with the other pieces that go right here, everything's going to be molded in real nice. It's going to look real good. The passenger side does have the window in there, and that is the original door, so I'm going to put it on that side and see how everything matches up. Let's go. The passenger door is going to be a little different than the driver door because this one does have the window on there. That one was a lot easier because it doesn't have a window, doesn't have anything in there to be able to put the window felt on and the chrome trim. So the reason for it is because, check this out. So the window gets in the way. Let's see if this thing could actually focus here. You see that hole right there? The window's not going to allow me to put a screwdriver to it. So that's the only hole. Actually, that one and then this one. So there's going to be 2 of them. So what I need to do is I need to lower this window. And in order to do that, I have to remove this bolt right here. So let's take this off. And then we're going to be able to lower the window a lot more to be able to put that screw in there. So let's do that. And this right here is going to be a 7/16 socket. Should drop just enough so you could get the screws now. See, you see that right there? Have enough room now to put this on. All right, in order to put the bolt back in, I have to raise the window because the bracket doesn't go back in. Just enough to slap it in there. Same location that it was in. Wasn't on there too tight. I also installed the inner window sweep so that way the door wasn't banging around. And also to show you how after everything's all installed, you see how pressed up that is against the window. Like I was saying, on the driver's side over there, it's a little deformed a little bit because there's no window in there and there's nothing pressing up against it, but it's looking really good. Look at that. Real nice and clean. And there it is. Both sides are installed, ready to go. I did have to do a couple adjustments on both sides, which wasn't bad as you saw. And as you can see right here, it lines up really good. Both sides do the same thing. They line up how they're supposed to. Stay tuned for when I install the rest of the trim on the Monte to dress it up. Be on the lookout for that. G-body's still standing. Let's go.